This isn't my first rodeo, but I will float. We all float. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
So, final game of the day.
take a Dropsy.
Dropsy Tourney.
Turpsy Turbsy.
Yep. This game is freaky as fuck.
Yes, that's why I chose it actually, because I wanted something so different. So totally different than
All you
anything
want
we play.
is new game.
All I want is new experience. But no, this is an adventure game. Starts off really freaky. I'm not sure if we really want to talk about the story and focus more on
the gameplay.
Yeah.
I think we just made our own story up as we went along. Or
Well,
I did.
there's not really dialogue. See, the clown, you play as a clown.
And it's all done in
He has a
Sybilis.
nightmare, and then he wakes up in the real world, and I think his girlfriend or something died.
Yeah.
What we can tell, and
People
everyone's
hate the clown because he was associated with this fire he started.
Yeah, I guess he started the fire or something. So all the clown is hating on your clowny clown ass.
Yeah, it's like, and so you have to do some things to like either get them to not hate you because you're a clown, or you,
The homeless lady liked us once we gave her a sandwich.
that's what I mean. You have to
Yeah.
give them something in return. So it's like the real world, kids. They don't like you unless you give
this
something
is actually,
to them.
and like, you know, the obsessed church lady that we
Fucking
changed.
trolled.
Yes, and you switched her very, I don't know what kind of music that was.
It was religious pop.
punishing Christian music, and we switched it with something that sounded like
Slayer.
Slayer or Destruction.
So you said metal, so
Yeah.
I guess we'll go with metal.
I like
Which is
that. I
ironic.
mean, this is a really weird adventure game. I've played so many of the classic adventure games like Monkey Island series, Grim Fandango, Full Throttle, Day of the Tentacle. I never beat Maniac Mansion, but I've seen it beaten. I've played a lot of it. Sam & Max Hit the Road. Like, I mean, we could keep on going, but and this is really weird. But it's kind of interesting at the same time because it's so gritty and realistic.
Yeah, and I like the aesthetic of it too. 'Cause
Yeah, it's strange, but
it's
alluring.
fun.
I don't know if I got any awards like some of the other games we played. I think last week did, but I think this game definitely needs more attention. I think it's
Yeah.
so well done that what was the other All You Can Eat we played. And that was cool for a different reason. This is just cool because it's so out there weird.
And
like,
surreal.
yeah, like you get swollen up by this sarlacc pit thing. I don't
That
think
has
that's
like a Gene
right at the
Simmons
beginning.
tongue.
Yeah, I mean you have no idea what to expect, and I think that's the main appeal. It's just really weird. Feels like Beetlejuice meets clowns.
It feels like Tim Burton's rendition of It.
Yeah, like a LCD version of It meets Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and then it gets to the real world, and it's more like it kind of feels more like The Wrestler if The Wrestler was a clown.
Yeah. We've got a concept for a movie for Hollywood execs now.
Yeah, The Wrestler for clowns.
But it's perfect. Like, I did not plan this out, but it comes out in, I think, 4 or 5 days, and we just happened to randomly
Picked a
choose
clown
a clown
movie.
game.
Just to round
Scary,
out
but-
everything.
Yeah.
This
Well,
game,
no, this was the main game of this week, too. So it was just totally, I didn't even plan it out like the
super
week of it.
coincidental, guys.
Yeah, it was a eerie coincidence that I chose a clown game as the main game of the week, the same week that it opens. It's just
So it's super. So
groovy.
this game is like, I wouldn't recommend it to kids with
Yeah,
clownophobia
If you have a phobia of clowns, do not play this game. It'll
because
scare
the
hell out of
intro is
you.
gonna.
And he hugs people and
Yeah,
tries to kiss people.
Yeah, his dog's cute.
Yes, and you can play as his dog, which is kind of interesting. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
And then
Sam
there's
and
also
Max, where
two
you can play
other
as
slots,
Max.
so I think you can play as other characters too.
Yeah, that's neat. I mean, it's so mysterious. It kind of reminds me a bit of like Willie Beamish, but less cartoony and more LSD surrealism.
Yeah.
Willie Beamish, there's some parts in that adventure game that are just ridiculously hard. You have to time it, if I remember right. This is like 15 years ago. Sorry, guys. I only remember bits of it. But I don't know. This is totally different than any other adventure game I've ever played before, and you don't see them. There's been a revival in the last 5-10 years
Of point and clicks.
Yeah, and some are okay, some are really bad, and this one
This
I
was
think
one
is
of the
better
okay ones, yeah.
Just like All You Can Eat, I was like really surprised. There's some other ones on Steam, but this is definitely like one of the better ones.
I'm not really one for point and click games, but I would say give this a point and click.
Give it a click and add it to your Steam.
And trust me,
cart.
you'll probably, unless you are running out of ideas like we did with how to progress in the game, then you might drop it like
See,
Dropsy.
that's the thing. Like I've played so many adventure games, and I have like these really weird combinations to try and do, and then later I think my imagination is so good that I think, oh, this is what I should do, and then it's like, oh no,
No,
you're supposed
it's
to
like
do this.
Yeah, it's like
Something more practical than what I thought of. So
yeah.
that's like what I find with adventure games. Unless you really like them and there's multiple paths, once you've beaten them, it's hard to go back to them.
Yeah, because then you'll be like, yeah, this goes here, this goes there, this goes there. Yeah, it's sort of like a...
Well,
like,
you know what's going to happen in the game. That's what I find.
Like, when you say that, I think back to, like, some of the humongous games, the humongous entertainment games where it's like, you know, Pajama Sam, Putt Putt. Those games have randomized options, so that way it's like, oh, yeah, so if you want to... But I think, like, with one of the Putt Putt games, it's so easy to do that it's basically, like, you can clear it in under a minute.
The whole game?
The whole game.
Apparently you can beat Prey in like 5 minutes or less. There's a few games though.
Or your next pizza's free. Like Dark Castle, for instance.
Yeah. I definitely really enjoyed it. It's just, with an adventure game, if you get stuck, you sort of
I
have,
really
time
like the aesthetic of it. It's really, it's that kind of cool, creepy thing that most Gothic kids would like to see nowadays. Like, it's sort of like, it gives you that, it gives you a bit of that Tim Burton flavor without actually having the dark drab colors.
You don't see games that try and not be politically correct anymore, and that's
or
why
even
I find
like,
this game is so cool.
Yeah, I mean, this does have like a
care
bit of a
about
political...
offending people.
Like, this game does have, like, if you think about it, suggests a political agenda, but it's not like, oh, yeah, it's politically... No, you're a clown. You're gonna hug people.
You don't usually play as the underdog, too, which is also what I really liked about this game. Because usually you choose like, oh, I'm the super powerful mage, I'm the amazing fighter.
I'm the last hope of civilization.
I'm Luke Skywalker, I'm here to rescue you.
I'm the person that every council member has disbelieved in.
I'm the Yoda!
I'm Shepard.
Do or do not.
This is my favorite shop in the Citadel.
What you buying?
What you buying?
Yeah, but anyways, going back, because we had too much fun going off topic.
Yeah.
I find this game should really get a lot more attention because it's so different from
the norm.
Any other adventure game I've ever played, and a lot of games that come out like now they follow a certain roguelike map or first-person shooter where it's like World War II again. Oh, okay.
Either World War II or the war in Iraq.
Yeah.
Or Middle East now.
Or Medal of Honor with the Taliban. Yeah, I mean, you see certain stereotypes almost like in characters, but this is like way out.
Yeah, and unless your name is Spec Ops: The Line, there's no way you're gonna twist that formula to something where you can get mind fucked over.
Yeah. Anyways, I definitely recommend it. I'm not sure if I'd give it a 10 out of 10, but I'd give it like it's real 8.5 or 9. It's
it would be like a
well done, just like All You Can Eat.
I like this game. This game looks really cool. I definitely recommend it to those with who like point and click adventure games. This is definitely one of the best ones I've seen thus far. And I mean, don't pick it up if you don't like point and click adventure games. That goes without saying, guys. This is a point and click adventure game starring a clown. If that is enough, that should be enough to say, yeah, this isn't for me. If you don't like any of those two things.
Yes.
You're not going to find any improvement no, this is basically what it says on the tin. Clown point and click adventure.
Yes. Alright. We're going to take a dropsy now.
Yep.
Alright. Keep on gaming. Bye.
Adios! Whee!